There you go. That's
Well, but also like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, we will do that. We'll make sure that's right. Yeah.
Okay, do it that way then.
okay.
Yes.
No, that's it.
Just waiting.
I know you put the double zeros. Oh, there it is. Okay, so it's 6 o'clock, so we will call to order our May 9th, 2022 City Council meeting, and we will begin with roll call, please.
Walters.
Here.
Dvorak.
Here.
Vogel.
Here.
Sarchet.
Here.
Thank you.
Item number 3 is approval of agenda. I'll ask for a motion, please.
So,
Second.
And roll call.
Sarchet.
Here. Yes.
Walters.
Yes.
Dvorak. Vogel.
yeah.
Okay, item number 4 is public hearings. It's time to close the regular meeting and open the public hearing on the proposed budget amendment for fiscal year 21-22. When was the notice published?
April 22nd.
Any written comments received for or against the proposed amendment?
No, sir.
At this time, I'd like to request staff to provide a report, and Chelsea, I believe that's you.
Yes, so I will provide a quick report. This is budget amendment number 2 for fiscal year 22, and it includes amending for $419,000 in revenue and $540,300 in expenditures. So the city will utilize additional local option sales tax we received in fiscal year 22. The city had presented a balanced budget for fiscal year 22. And we are able to absorb the additional offset that will be presented with this budget amendment.
Anyone present who wishes to be heard for or against the proposed amendment? So I need a motion to close the public hearing and reopen the regular meeting.
Motion. Second.
Roll call, please.
Dvorak.
Yes.
Vogel.
Yes.
Sarchet.
Yes.
Walters.
Yes.
Thank you. We will move on to item 1 there, the resolution 2022-56, approving budget amendment for fiscal year 21-22. I'll ask for a motion, please.
So moved.
Second.
And a roll call.
Walters.
Yes.
Dvorak. Vogel.
Yes.
Sarchet.
Yes.
Thank you. It's time to close the regular meeting and open the public hearing on the proposed rezoning petition for the Schleif DeVries property from A1 to R1. When was the notice published?
April 29th.
Any written comments received for or against?
No, sir.
At this time, I'd like to request staff a report on this. And Travis, I understand you have a report.
Correct. So this is the property east of town on Northside Drive. It was previously annexed, so as such, it came to the city as A1 zoning. This is a rezoning to your R1 zoning district. The concepts that we have reviewed generally adhere to the specifications laid out in your zoning ordinance for the R1, and actually provide wider lots than what is required for the R1 zone.
Anyone who wishes to be heard for or against the proposed rezoning?
Shane.
Okay. Identify yourself is all I was going to ask.
Oh, okay. Shane Devitt, the CEC located at 2486th Street, Rendale, representing this rezoning. We have read staff report. We are aware that we have a 20-foot buffer along Northside Drive. We also have a bike trail planned on the west side of the property. We're aware of that. Other than that, if you had any questions for me, I'd be willing to answer.
Council members, any questions?
No, I'll make a comment that kind of fits our MO. So it's the developer-led, low-density residential kind of fits concerns, if there are any, or, subsequent, steps. And as we've learned before, take the opportunity to remind folks, now that might be buying these lots, that, all sides are undeveloped around them, so that's not gonna stay the same, and those things will change, and to do as much due diligence as you can. But again, I don't, not there. Just getting that out there, but otherwise, I think it's a good addition of residential low density.
Thank you. If there's no one else, I need a motion to close the public hearing and reopen the regular meeting.
So,
And roll call, please.
Sarchet?
yes.
Walters?
Yes.
DeVore? Vogel? Yes.
So we will look at number one there, first reading of ordinance 2022-1500. And I will ask for a motion, please.
So moved.
Second.
And a roll call.
DeVore?
Yes.
Vogel? Yes. Sarchet?
Yes.
Walters?
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It is time to close the regular meeting and open the public hearing on the proposed private storm sewer easement to Home State Bank. When was the notice published?
April 29th?
Any written comments received for or against the proposed easement?
No, sir.
At this time, I'd like to request staff to provide a report. Chelsea, please.
Yes, so the city council is holding a public hearing tonight regarding granting a private storm sewer easement to Home State Bank. During Home State Bank's site plan process, it was determined that a private storm pipe was located outside of a storm sewer easement. In order to remedy the problem, the city needs to review and grant a private easement to capture the storm sewer pipe on private property.
That's it? Yeah. Okay. Anybody, any questions? Okay.
None again, and that sounds relatively minor, but storm sewers are important, and they're really in this area, given all everybody can remember some issues as part of the development, which obviously weren't relevant to Home State Bank at all because they weren't around. But this is on top of a hill above a good chunk of town, so as long as it's a minor easement and nothing gets affected with the performance of storms, that's important. I think that just
Thank you. I don't know if I've already asked anyone present who wishes to be heard for or against the private easement. If I did, I'm asking again. Thank you. So I need a motion then to close the public hearing and reopen the regular meeting.
Second.
And a roll call vote, please.
Vogel? Yes. Sarchet?
yes.
Walters?
Yes.
DeVore?
Thank you. We'll move on to item one then, resolution 2022-57, approving private storm sewer easement. I'll ask for a motion, please.
So moved.
Second.
And a roll call.
Sarchet?
Yes.
Walters?
Yes.
DeVore?
Yes.
Vogel? Yes.
Okay, thank you. Moving on to item number 5, public comments. This is the time and place for comments for any item other than those that are a public hearing. Have we had anyone asked to speak?
No, sir.
Okay, great. Thank you very much. So we'll move on to item number 6 then, the consent items, and I will ask for a motion.
So moved.
Second.
And a roll call vote.
DeVore?
Yes.
Vogel? Yes. Sarchet?
Yes.
Walters?
Yes.
So moving on then to business items, number 7. A, Resolution 2022-60 to apply for the Main Street Iowa program and to provide support. I'll ask for a motion, please.
So moved.
Second.
Anybody on the council have any questions or comments about that? All right, then we'll ask for a roll call vote.
Vogel? Yes. Sarchet?
Yes.
Walters?
Yes.
DeVore?
Approved. Item B, ordinance 2022-1600, amending Chapter 92, water rates. I'll ask for a motion, please.
So moved.
And a roll call vote?
Warren,
Yes.
Vogel.
Yes.
Sarchet,
Yes.
Walters.
Yes.
Moving on to item C, ordinance 2022-1700, amending chapter 99 sewer services charges. I'll ask for a motion, please.
So moved.
Second.
And a roll call vote?
Sarchet,
Yes.
Walters,
Yes.
Dvorak,
Yes.
Vogel. Yes.
Moving on to item D, third reading of ordinance 2022-1400, amending chapter 63 speed regulations. I'll ask for a motion, please.
So. Second.
And a roll call?
Walters,
Yes.
Dvorak,
Yes.
Vogel.
Yes.
Sarchet.
Yes.
And moving on to item E, Snyder and Associates Incorporated, March 2022 Engineering Services invoice in the amount of $22,268.25. I'll ask for a motion, please.
So moved.
Second.
Please call the roll.
Dvorak,
Yes.
Vogel.
Yes.
Sarchet,
Yes.
Walters.
Abstain.
Thank you very much. We will move on to item number 8, to proclamations. This is National EMS Week, May 15th through the 21st. And it says, I, Steve Karsten, Mayor of Polk City, Iowa, in recognition of this event, do hereby proclaim the week of May 15th through 2022 as Emergency Medical Services Week, with the EMS strong theme, EMS Week, Rising to the Challenge. The other proclamation is for National Public Works Week. I, Steve Karsten, Mayor of Polk City, do hereby designate the week of May 15th through the 21st, 2022, as National Public Works Week in Polk City, and I urge all citizens to pay tribute to our public works professionals, engineers, managers, and employees by recognizing the substantial contributions they make to protecting our national health, safety, and quality of life. So thank you. Moving on to number 9, reports and particulars. We'll begin with staff. Anything from our staff? How about from you, Chelsea?
I do have a couple of things. Chief, do you want to make a brief introduction?
Yeah, I would like to introduce your interim fire chief, effective May 1st, is Carla Holbrook.
Nice to meet you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, I think you expect a little longer speech than I did.
Thank you and welcome.
And I just have one other thing there. So for anybody that is looking to assist us in our determination to become a Main Street community, we are looking for volunteers throughout the community to help us with manpower, to help us by serving on a committee. So if anyone is interested in either opportunity, they may reach out to anyone on the city council or go Polk City board. That's all I have.
How about from council members?
Excited to go after the Main Street Iowa program. Got a good shot at it. Get all the support we can possibly get to make that happen. It's going to take a lot of manpower, a lot of work. We can do it.
I'd like to just address the water and sewer rates a bit, just only because as charges continue to rack up everywhere, you're not going to go anywhere and not see an increase in services alone, no matter what the case may be. But we collectively decided to not increase it as much this year for that exact reason, because of the economy is not great, everything's going up. So we decided to level that out between this year and the next 2 or 3 years and not have a larger increase this year. It's obvious as to why, because we're being charged more, so we have to continue to charge that. But I just wanted to, provide that little background and dialogue to the rationalization of why we're doing that and the fact that we did go a minimal amount compared to what was potentially recommended for both those rates.
Yeah, I got a few things. Welcome, yeah. Somebody's got to stretch this out so we don't break our record. Welcome, Carla. I know you're on the consent agenda and they don't even acknowledge you directly. I can remember that, but I appreciate you being here. Welcome, as with your new officer, Jeremy. Great job on filling that so quickly. Mike, I still think you got to get your own week. You're competing with EMS like 52 weeks a year. Yep. And Dave, I think that's a good point. So I would just add, I agree with everything you said on the water and sewer. I would add that, you know, is PFM materials, will any of that be available online?
We can put that online.
Okay.
Yes, we can.
So to the extent, again, what Dave said is accurate, but to the extent that there's an analytical component to the 3% and 2% raises for water and sewer, PFM, I think that relationship is borne a lot of good fruit, and so I appreciate all the materials that went through a month or so ago to finally come to that decision. And an increase is an increase, so I want to make sure that, you know, be flippant about it, but I think 2 and 3% are in line with that. And then the last thing, I'm excited. We had the first conversation or meeting for the Four Seasons Festival parade committee, whatever it is, to try and get that going again. I'm excited to have that again this year, and appreciate the new volunteers as well as Dan Jesse, who had run that previously, and leveraging his expertise. It's exercise and herding cats that morning, and he's done a great job, served well, and getting some there to help. Much needed. Appreciate it. So, that's all I have.
Okay, great. I would just add that I was invited this morning to Big Creek Medical and Rehabilitation Community Center, because this is also National Skilled Nursing Care Week, and spent some time out there talking with staff members and people who live there, and also the management, and had a nice time. So congratulations to them too for National Skilled Nursing Care Week.
More competition.
Yeah, more competition. So, okay, so that's all we have. So we'll move on to item number 10, which is a motion to adjourn.
It's got to be you.
So moved.
All in favor, say aye. Any opposed, same sign. We're adjourned until May 23rd, 2022. Thank you, everybody.
Twice together.
You're the most senior.
10 years.
That's fine. Good clarification. That's fine.
But that's a true statement.